Hey guys, how you going? It's Hot Alpha Female, and today I want to talk about this idea of being a fence pusher when it comes to attracting women. If you guys have ever heard the term sitting on the fence. So when you are not a fence pusher, you create situations where women feel very neutral about you. They don't feel good about you, they don't feel bad about you. Now I think why a lot of this happens is because a lot of you guys feel rejected or humiliated or hurt if a woman dislikes you or doesn't have a good opinion about you. And of course, that completely makes sense. I mean, that's like just a human nature thing, you know? It's like no one likes it when someone dislikes them for whatever reason that is. So completely understandable. But this really has some damaging effects when you are trying to get a woman attracted to you, because when you are creating experiences that are always neutral with women, you don't stick out in her mind, and and you're more like, for a woman to be attracted to you, she has to remember you for something. She has to have some kind of an emotional or significant experience while she is with you. So if you are constantly, you can gauge whether or not you are being neutral to women by the way you interact with them, just, at a grocery store or at a bus stop or whatever, like wherever you're just interacting with women who have to interact with you, like sales assistants or things like that. And if you are like, they'll ask you, hey, how you going? And you're like, yeah, I'm good. And, it's all just very bland and nice and pretty standard, then, you've got like a 0.1% chance of her being attracted to you. But if you take that opportunity when you do interact with her to make her laugh, or to say something really random, or to, say something different to what she's used to hearing, then this is really going to catch her attention, and it's really going to throw off that fence, whether like, hey, I really like this guy, it was really interesting, or nah, he's not really my kind of style, but, because blah, 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 blah. And the reason why I suggest this is because if you walk around wanting to create neutral situations with women, usually it's because there's the assumption that, you want women as a general population to like you. And what I want to remind you of is, like, when you are attracting women, like, not all women are going to like you. It's just like a numbers game, It's not like you're not going to think every woman is attractive. You're not going to enjoy interacting with every kind of woman. So it's the same with you guys. So what I would suggest is that you really, to avoid being neutral around women, is that you really sit down and you define what your kind of target market is, what your kind of ideal woman is. Like, what are her personality characteristics? What really drives her? What does she look like? How does she interact with people? How does she interact with her life? How does she interact with her friends around her? Is she ambitious? Is she playful? Is she, like, all these characteristics? And once you've written down, this kind of particular female or females in this group that you're looking for, then the second part of that is to really sit down and define what a list of the things that you need to become as a man to attract this type of woman that you just described. Now, I know a lot of you guys might have done, question one, which is, define what kind of ideal woman that you want. But a lot of you don't define number two, which is becoming the kind of man that this particular woman would be attracted to. And when you can solely focus, forget the list about the kind of woman you want, and you solely focus on becoming the type of man that this woman would want, then you put the control back into your hands. And I'm all about putting control back into your hands. No one else has the responsibility nor the control over your dating life, over your life. No one except you. And so when you can focus on becoming the kind of man that she will be attracted to, that your ideal woman would be attracted to, then you take all that responsibility back, you take all that control back, you take all that empowerment back, and then you can really move your life forward from then on, and you can really focus on becoming that type of man, and you will be rewarded many, many, many times over, more so than just attracting an ideal woman into your life, but you will feel more empowerment throughout the rest of your life and through different areas of your life. So that would be what I have to say about being a fence pusher. Remember, you know, you don't have to appeal to every woman out there. You know, and, you know, some of you guys might be thinking, oh my god, but I want to date more than one woman, and that's fine. And I can tell you from some very funny stories from very successful guys who do date a lot of women, you know, when you're dating, you know, around 4 or 5 women, sometimes it just becomes a lot more maintenance than you assume before you're actually in that situation. So yeah, there comes a point where, you know, when you're dating so many women that it just becomes more like work than fun. And so you want to limit the number of women that you date, but the women that you date are quality women, women that you really want to progress further with, or that you want to find out more, rather than just a quantity of just random women that really may be physically attractive or whatever, but really aren't, at the end of the day, what you're really interested in. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and remember to be specific, to not be afraid of pushing people off the fence, because at the end of the day you do only want to appeal to the type of woman that you want to, in the end, interact and create, you know, a really great relationship with.